And then the other part that I just wanted to mention in terms of experiential avoidance, like, so this is the part of noticing how that works, how that plays out in your life, and how that can actually take you away from the things that are truly important to you, or the experiences that are truly important to you. And then the other part of it is kind of knowing how our minds work, and that we often approach our minds like we would like, for example, approach interior design or any sort of problem that's presented to us in the outside world, right? If I don't like a painting on my wall, I can decide to take that painting down and just put something else up there. And that's how we often think we can also approach our internal world. So it's like, I don't want to be with that feeling. That's like really uncomfortable. So I'm trying to switch it out for a different feeling, or I'm trying to do something to just take that feeling off the wall, so to speak. And our internal world just doesn't work like that. And what I do with clients to kind of give them a sense of like what I actually mean with that is, to do a few little experiential exercises with them, or thought experiments, to give them kind of that experiential knowledge of like, oh yeah, I think that really doesn't work.
Oh, I would love to see those exercises. Can we do one together?
Yeah, definitely. So when we're talking about thoughts, one that many people have often heard about is what we call the pink elephant exercise. So it's basically the rules of the exercise, or that little game that we can be playing, is that you are not allowed to think about a pink elephant for the next minute. And I'm going to take the time, and whatever you do, don't think about a pink elephant in any shape or form. So don't think about a drawing of a pink elephant. Don't think about a little girl riding on a pink elephant. Don't think about somebody painting an elephant pink. Don't think about dancing pink elephants. Don't think about pajamas with pink elephants on them. Like, whatever you're thinking about, like, just ban the pink elephant from your mind. At the same time, I would like you to check if you're still thinking about the pink elephant. So please monitor your mind if the pink elephant is really gone from this exercise. We're doing it for about 1 minute. And you're just signaling to me whether you're seeing the pink elephant or not. Like as we were talking about it, did you try to get the pink elephant out of your mind? Did you already start imagining that?
Yeah, I was kind of laughing to myself that as soon as you said the game is don't think about a pink elephant, I immediately had one. But then I like the way you elaborated on it, because I saw all the things that you were telling me not to see. Is that common for people?
Yeah, that's really what people usually experience during the exercise. It really illustrates how, when we're not trying to think about something, how that brings the thought up even more. And I'm always willing to bet that if we're doing that exercise for 1 minute, you will have thought more about a pink elephant in that 1 minute where you were not supposed to think about the pink elephant than you did in the entire last year, or maybe even your entire life. So that's when we're looking at thoughts. When we're looking at feelings, it's a very, very similar process. And the thought experiment that I like to do to illustrate that is, imagine I'm putting you in a really comfortable chair and you're feeling very relaxed. You're completely at ease, and I'm hooking you up to a lie detector. Do you know what a lie detector is measuring?
Yeah, typically your fear response, right?
Yeah, it's a really, really sensitive measure for our fight and flight response getting engaged. So it measures your heart rate, your blood pressure, and like tiny little changes in how much you're sweating. So I have like, just imagine it as me having a really sensitive measure of you getting anxious. So
Okay.
you're in a super comfortable chair.
Got
And
it.
you're in that chair, and I let you dangle over a Shark Tank with them. And I'm telling you, Maggie, you're completely fine. Nothing's going to happen to you. Just relax. The only thing you're not allowed to do is get anxious. If you're getting anxious, and I can see that, and I can see the tiny little spikes, I'm going to drop you into the Shark Tank. And we haven't fed those sharks for a couple of weeks, so you better not get anxious. It's really a life or death kind of situation here. So, but easy task, right?
Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, immediately I was already feeling anxious when you were just bringing up the idea of the Shark Tank, but I know, like, even though it was imaginal, um, I immediately got anxious when you said don't get anxious.
Yeah. So, I mean, our minds can get anxious about anything that we can imagine, right? And if we're
Hmm.
trying to will ourselves to not feel a certain way, that's almost guaranteed to bring that emotion up even stronger. So, even in this situation where it would be a life or death kind of situation, you're not able to control your feelings in a way that many people, when they start out with therapy, think they should be able to control their feelings.
Yeah, so just to summarize those kind of exercises back to you in terms of experiential avoidance, basically the pink elephant idea is that the more that you try to avoid your thoughts, the more they come back. And that's represented by the pink elephant. And then the more the Shark Tank is representing the urge to suppress or control your feelings, those are also avoidant behaviors that actually just make the more you think you can control what you feel and the more that you're trying to get rid of it, even if your life depends on it, it's actually likely that it's going to come back instead.
Yeah, exactly. And many people have those beliefs, right? That we should be able to control what we're thinking, or that it's a simple choice to feel a certain way, and that there must be something wrong with us to feel a certain feeling. And that's also something that I heard Jim say of, yeah, noticing, wow, those feelings, that's actually really normal to have feelings. And there's nothing wrong with me for having feelings in the first place. And when I'm allowing myself to be with those feelings, that's actually way less scary than I had imagined before.
Yep, I totally agree. I totally agree that sometimes it's hard to get to that if you don't know what the feelings are in the first place. But
Yeah,
then once you do know what they are, then trying to stay with them rather than avoiding is the challenge.
yeah, absolutely.